make a tiramisu. It's a no-bake tiramisu and it's really simple. It's a little refinement on the traditional recipe. It takes probably about 10 minutes from start to finish. It tastes even better the second day as well. Try this dessert at home. It's one of my all-time favourites, tiramisu. And this is just a really simplified version of it that anybody can make. No hassle, no fuss. Try it at home. So you'll need 350 millilitres of heavy whipping cream, 250 grams of mascarpone cheese, 50 grams of caster sugar, 350 millilitres of cold espresso coffee, 60 millilitres or 4 tablespoons of Kahlua. You don't have to use Kahlua, you can use sherry, Madeira wine or Tia Maria. 1 whole vanilla pod. If you can't find vanilla pods in your supermarket or your grocery store, vanilla extract's fine, so it's either 1 whole vanilla pod or 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. You also want 400 grams of lady fingers or trifle fingers. And last but not least, about 4 or 5 tablespoons of cocoa powder. That's just for dusting at the end. Okay, so to start then, I'm going to take this vanilla pod first of all. I just want the seeds out of here because they're the bits with the fantastic vanilla-y flavour in there. I'm just going to take a really sharp thin knife, just slice down the centre of my vanilla pod and open it up. And you'll see all those lovely seeds on the inside of there. And then once we've opened the vanilla pod into 2 halves, I'm just going to take the knife and I'm just going to scrape down the inside of the vanilla and produce all this lovely black. This is the flavour, so you just want to pop that to a side because that's what we're going to use. So you don't get a whole lot out of vanilla pod, but the flavour is fantastic. So although this is one of the easier desserts to make, it does make your arm ache a little bit from all the whisking. So after you've de-seeded your vanilla pods, I'm going to put all that whipping cream into a bowl with our sugar and that vanilla. Grab yourself a hand whisk or an electric whisk and you just want to continue to whisk this up until you've got some soft peaks forming and it's really thickened up nicely. If you are going to use electric whisk, make sure you use it on a low setting. Your arm will start to ache and you'll think you're not really getting anywhere. Then all of a sudden you start to get where it looks like this, where you've got soft peaks forming, which is exactly what we want. When you get to that stage, that's when we go in with our mascarpone. So 250 grams of mascarpone in there, and also our 4 tablespoons of Kahlua. You're just going to continue to whisk that up. Just be very careful not to spill it all over the side. Okay, so we've been whipping for another 2 or 3 minutes now. As you can see, a lot firmer these peaks in here now. That's the stage we want it at. So when we get to this stage, just set it to a side. Alright, so now it's this part we're going to start building our actual tiramisu. So you want to take your espresso that's chilled down now and just pour that into a large bowl or something that you can fit your lady fingers in. And what we want to do is take each of our lady fingers individually and just give them a real quick dip. Don't allow them to soak, and just start lining the bottom of your dish or whatever dish it is you've chosen to use. Okay, great, so now we've got a bottom layer on, like this. Next step, we are going to take roughly half of our mixture here, and we're just going to spread it across the top of our lady fingers, nice and gently. So we have 1 layer of lady fingers and 1 layer of our whipping cream and mascarpone mixture. have something that looks a little like this, okay? Now, simply all we're going to do is repeat the same process again with the lady fingers. Dip and line. Okay, that's our second layer complete. With our second layer of mascarpone and whipping cream mixture, you can either take the easy option and just spread it on again, really simple, only takes a minute, or if you're feeling a little more confident or you're a little more able, grab yourself a piping bag and you can do nice little patterns on the top, make it look a little bit more interesting. So yeah, that's entirely up to you, and then all we're going to do is dust it with a little of our cocoa powder at the end. Pop it in the fridge for 6 hours and we're done. So as you can see, I've opted for speed and taken the easy option. Last but not least, cocoa powder into a sieve. And then just lightly sprinkle on the top. Okay, fantastic. So that is our completed 10-minute no-bake tiramisu. Gonna go in the fridge for 6 hours to chill.